celebrate this momentous occasion, I am so excited. We have with you our founder, CEO, well, excuse me, a founder, CEO, mega entrepreneur, and natural skincare guru, and what I like to call a curious mind, the one, the only, Mita Augustine.
Wow, that was like an amazing intro. Hi, Rome. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate this.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. We really appreciate having you here. And to talk to us about your business, your brand, Oshe Botanicals. So first of all, for those who do not know, tell us what is Oshe and what is Botanicals. Kind of tell us what that means. How do you put those two things together and come up with this fabulous product line?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So Oshe means thank you. It actually is a Yoruba word that means thank you. And botanicals is just a nod to the fact that all of our ingredients are natural. So it's honestly just saying like thank you to the earth for like providing us with all of the things that we need to take care of ourselves, you know?
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, thank you to the earth, right?
Thank you to the earth.
Everything is right here. So I was looking at your website and I thought it was really neat that you had a blog on there that's called Birthing Oshe. And it does talk about being thankful for the things around us. So from your personal experience, kind of what inspired your product line?
Yeah, it really was just life, you know, and being open and like just paying attention to things. So I have always enjoyed making my own skincare products, in particular body butters. I would always like mix shea butter and like coconut oils with essential oils. And I just loved I always preferred the way that made my skin feel over lotions that I would purchase in the stores. And I just kind of like the ability to control the scents. So it kind of progressed to the point where I would just bring things into the office. And you know how things are in the office. You wash your hands. You don't want to be ashy. So you're checking to see who has lotion. And that's honestly how it just kind of happened. Enough people asked about it. And then that turned into people asking me to make it for them when I would make for myself. And then that turned into someone asking me to make it for her sister, her sister's birthday. And she offered to pay. And at that point, I was like, okay, there's something here. And I honestly sat on it for a while. I didn't quite jump into it because I didn't really have the confidence to start a business. Like whenever you hear that term, at least for me, like start a business, that just sounds so big and just this monumental thing to do. So I didn't really jump on it. I was like, I need more experience. I need to do more research. And I did those things. I got a bit more research done. I did, as far as experience is concerned, like I experimented a lot. I tried so many different formulas. Some came out like really soupy and others came out like not as soft as I would like it to be. But eventually it progressed to the point where I got my formula to be a very moussey texture. And that's why I don't call it body butter. I call it body mousse, because when you like actually dip your finger into it, it's just this beautiful, lovely, airy feeling, and it goes on so smooth. So it honestly was just a matter of doing what I love and then being aware of opportunities, being open to the opportunities that path brought me.
Well, I know exactly what you mean, and I was just looking around in my area here because I had planned to bring my empty container, which is a reminder to myself that I need to order more. So I can attest that it is definitely soft. It feels very moist on your fingers when you're touching it and definitely going on. I love it. So I definitely thought that you'd be perfect to have you on our debut show to talk about this, because a lot of times people, their only options, they feel, and I think that's why I'm so inspired by your story, your only option is to just buy whatever's out there or to use what is available. But you saw a need and you wanted to personally feel that. You started sharing with others and you found, hey, this might be something that I could actually market. Maybe there's a demand for this, and you saw that and went for it. So I really, really admire that. One of the things that I try to do, or the aims of this channel, is really to promote business ownership and inspire other people who might be interested in starting their business. So it's really good to hear the inspiration behind your story. I want to dive into some of the products that you have on oshebotanicals.com. And one of them I'll tap into a little bit more, but you do offer, as you mentioned, the body mousse, you have body scrubs, you have the body candle, and you even have something for the men.
I do. So it's so interesting. In doing the first year of Oshe, so I just started it in 2019. And during the first year of Oshebo, I was able to do a few events. And in doing those events, I noticed that men were interested, but they didn't really seem all the way comfortable coming in because my products smell really good. They look really fruity, like really like very girly, right? Or not too girly, but definitely not something all the guys are really comfortable with. So I thought, well, how do I make them comfortable? How do I give them an excuse to come on over?
Come on over.
And yeah, just come over. And the beard balm really was it, you know? I think oftentimes like men aren't always comfortable with, just pampering themselves. And I wanted to give them that, just a little bit of everyday pampering, right? So with the beard balm, we take our shea butter and mango butter and we combine that with oils and essential oils. And again, that goes on very smoothly. It nourishes the skin and it also helps to soften the hair on the beard as well. So it just gives a nice overall glistening, nice shiny look. You look fresh. And you smell good too. It's more of a sandalwood scent. I thought we'd give it a bit more of a masculine, neutral type of scent. So we erred more on the side of sandalwood for this one.
Okay. So if there is a man who is, and we put labels on things all the time, so I try not to do that. But if there is a man who doesn't want the sandalwood, do you have other fragrances for the man?
Well, actually, that's a really good question. I was waiting until later on in the section to say this, but I'm working on a new formula for all of my products just to make it more inclusive and just keep things as gender neutral but as fresh as possible.
Right.
So with that, it's going to include new fragrances, a new signature fragrance, but also we're going to be working on some other fragrances so that people can pick and choose what they have. At this point, there's only one scent available, but soon we'll be able to offer more.
Okay, coming soon. Stand by.
Stand by.
More to come. So I was wondering also, I've had several businesses in the past, and so I'm always thinking about next steps. What's next for a company, a business that I'm partnering with, or my own? For your business, first step, are there people who are reaching out to you now who want to become resellers? People that want to maybe put them in their stores or resell online to others? And if so, is that a possibility? Can they buy in bulk?
Yeah, so we're not quite there yet. Still a little bit new, and we're going to talk to some of those challenges as well, how I plan to get there, but not there quite yet. That is the goal, though.
Okay, well, let's tap into that. You talked about challenges. What are some of the challenges you're seeing with your business? That's a relatively new business. You started last year.
Yes. My experience thus far over this past year has been that social media is so important, just to word of mouth, just to get things out. I've been really, really fortunate that word of mouth has been helping me do really well. Getting new customers, return customers. It feels really good to see return customers and, brand new customers. But what I realized over the past year or so was that when I fell off of that social media, that regular posting, the algorithm, so my algorithm didn't really work. It didn't work in my favor because I wasn't really putting the work in. So what's next for Oshe at this point is really working on social media presence. And you know me, like I'm a person that very much believes in Temet Noche. It means know thyself in Latin. I know that I'm not very strong when it comes to
Say that
social
again.
media.
What does it mean?
Temet Noche means know thyself.
Know thyself.
So
Okay.
know thyself. So I'm very much aware that social media is one of my weak points. So I've been working with a creative consultant company called byNina, just to kind of help me understand what I want my brand voice to sound like on social media, so that I can be very loud and have a very strong presence.
I did want to compliment you on your website. And I don't know if that is a product of your partnership with the company you just mentioned. What was the name of it again?
Yes, byNina. So it's an X9, the numeral 9.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a really cool collaboration with them. I really am more of an artist. I like to do and to create, and sometimes pulling it together in a very logical, beautiful fashion. It's logical and beautiful to me, but may not read the same way for others. So I just wanted to have a website that would be easy to read and flowed well and gave a very crisp, clean feeling, because that's how I want people to feel about my products. And so I was able to work with Paris over at byNina, Creative Consultancy, and we were able to come up with an overall look and feel for the website, and that's what you're seeing there. A lot of the photos, those are things that I got and everything, but the pulling together of it all, and even though I created most of the content, understanding like how to put voice to those words so that it comes across the screen to the readers in the way that I would like it to, that all of that coaching was
Well,
by
shout
byNina.
out to Paris. She did a really great job of pulling that all together. I was super impressed with the layout of the pictures on the website, the backdrops for each. I like the bright flowers on there, of course, the yellow, one of my colors. So I loved
Yes.
it.
Yeah, I fell in love with the sunflower during like the creation of Oshe. I don't know what it was. It felt like summer. It felt bright. It felt young. And I'm going to say the word fresh again.
Fresh.
And so I kind of went with it. And I think it was a really great choice.
Yeah.